Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the internet. Today was an interesting day without Facebook and Instagram. I did not miss Facebook though. Like that, I could definitely do without. But I do love Instagram, so I'm happy to be here, to be seen, to be able to connect with you. I shared that I got a package. I was not expecting this to come anytime soon. This shipped from Australia. It was a deck that I had backed on Kickstarter, and it's arrived. It's actually 5 decks. Funny enough, well, before I even get into that, tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, I will be tweeting over on Twitter for Blurred Dating, sharing a funny and slightly traumatic dating story with everyone. So if you are on Twitter, come over and join us. Just follow hashtag blurred BLERD dating. It's always a great time. So yeah, so I wanted to share that with you, and then I just wanted to do this live because why not? So I noticed that this was actually opened by customs, so, and resealed. I wonder, not sure why, but yeah, I'm gonna open it. I'm so proud of myself because I'm prepared. I have a knife and everything. I will probably get interrupted by Savvy shortly, so single mom life. But yeah, so I actually was emailing the deck creator today. We were emailing back and forth, and I was like, yeah, I think the deck might be here in the next couple of weeks. And I was getting ready to go out for a walk. It was lightly raining, so couldn't walk. But I looked down, and there was the deck. So that was really awesome, and very timely. Aww. So there's a little thank you letter from Danielle. She goes by Dan. Thank you for your patience and support. I hope you love using your new cards. I love her handwriting. It's so neat and artsy. So she created the Heart Code Oracles, and there are different categories of them that are color coded differently. So this is the Wellness. Then so they must have opened one to see like what they were. This is the Guidance deck. This is, this is the Lifestyle. This is Relationships. This is Finance. And then there is Career. So I'm super grateful that these made it safely to me and early. This was a very, very nice surprise. I have some of my clearing spray. This is like an abundance as well as just like a general like cleaning spray, because why not mix it all together, just to kind of clean these off. And so, hang on one second. All right, so I am going to take the bubble wrap off of these. Let's see if I can do it successfully. I'm really excited about my Blurred Dating chat tonight because this is my first one. I've been a part of it, helping like answering questions and providing commentary, but this is my first time sharing one of my own stories, and I'm really excited. And I have a lot of them, so maybe this will be the first of many. I love that these were packed so nicely. And one more. I don't even know where most of these are gonna go. I'm starting to run out of space. I might have to take some of them that I'm not really working with and put them in storage where the rest of my decks are. All right, so let's take a peek at, I guess we'll look at this one. This is the Wellness Guidebook, and it's orange. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, awesome. So there's some extra printables on her site. Talks about what are heart codes, how to step into your greatness, how to use the deck. There are a few spreads in here as well, and then it just goes into the different card meanings. Oh, these are pretty. So this is what the back of the card looks like. And this is one of the cards. It's inflammation. Oh, this is nice. Just a little quote card. This is like change starts by looking into the mirror of your soul. Then there's some other educational cards, like how to get the most out of your deck, how to use the cards. Oh, these are beautiful. So they are numbered in the corner there at the top. I love the gilding. This is Breathe. I probably won't go through all of them since there are 5 decks. I think there's, I don't know how many cards come in each. Let me see if I can find that out. But these are all focused on like wellness and have these beautiful illustrations on them. I cannot wait to read with these. Good health, holistic therapy, anxiety. I like these. I got a reading from the deck creator Danielle Malin. I don't know if she's on Instagram. I'll have to look and see. But I really love the way that she created this deck. These are called the Heart Code Oracles, and there are different categories of them. And what I like about them, because a lot of my work is like all about the heart and really expanding your heart, healing your heart, it provides like a deeper understanding and really helps you to connect in with what's happening with yourself. So that was just a peek at the wellness deck, and I can't wait to see how to like read with these decks and work with them together. Let's see what's next. I probably should cleanse them. I think I might do that off camera though. I've got my sage bundle here. So then we have finance. And so this comes with a guidebook as well. I wonder if it has the same, kind of the same, so it has the same format, but just has different cards. These are this beautiful blue color. And these are the backs. These are so pretty. And there's the first one, accountability. Let's see, privacy, intentions, penalties. I like the simplicity of these cards, but they're still so pretty and colorful. So these focus on financial issues, and then there is there are 44 cards in each. That's what I thought. And then there is relationships. This one is pink. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, that's such a pretty pink. I like it. There's attraction. So I won't flip through all of the cards because there's just a lot of them. And there's stability, validation, adventure. There are so many different ways that I could work with these. Where's the top? And then we have lifestyle. Lifestyle is about your day-to-day living, moving through life without fears. So this is the purple color. And there is the back. And we've got relationship. transparency, borrowed beliefs. One of the things that the creator said, Danielle, is that these cards were created to be very like blunt and truthful, which I appreciate. And I received like an intuitive reading from her. There's, what was that, argument? I thought I said augment. Thank you, God. Hey! Hey, Goddess. Thank you for tuning in. These cards are beautiful. They are so beautiful. And so she, with the purchase, she did like a PDF guide for me, a reading, and it just hit my core. Everything that the cards like said that came up was like spot on. So I cannot wait to like sit down and really learn and understand and read these cards. And I love being able to support decks. There are a lot of different decks on Kickstarter. And when I saw this one, I backed it, but it did not reach its full funding. So she relaunched the campaign. And I made sure to back it just because of the intention that she put into these cards. And the way that they spoke to me, there was just something in it. Yes, when there's that instant connection, like, you know, like, okay, this is it. There have been plenty of times where I've gotten decks just to get them, and then it's like, but this one here, well, these right here, these are something else. And that reading, like, I just knew, like, these were meant for me, and they showed up today, which was bizarre while I was we were emailing back and forth. So this is the career set, a nice pretty blue. And let's take a peek. So we've got opportunity. I love that these kind of remind me of sigils. Advance. We've got bridge. Simplify. And I love when a deck shines, so it has that little bit of glimmer of gold on there, which I love, and change. And there's leadership. So that was it. I don't know. I believe she might be coming out with different other like categories for these decks. Wait, no, that's not the right box. But these are so beautiful. So beautiful. So these are the Heart Code Oracle. They are 5 different sets of 44 cards for different categories. So we've got career, we went through finance, wellness, what else? Relationships. And like, these are so beautiful and so powerful and so magical that they happen to appear today. And I was hoping that they would be here Friday. And they were here today. So this was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sacred blessing. I do need to clear these because they were opened in shipping. So I just want to clear them off and figure out where they are going to go in my growing collection. Oh, you're welcome. Be careful on there because there is a plethora of books, decks, journals, tech stuff, games, like you name it. You can get in there and really do some beautiful damage. But yes, I just wanted to come. I wanted to share these decks. And so yesterday I was talking about labels, and I shared in stories about the movie that I watched with Savvy, My Little Pony, and it kind of tied in to labels and to the theme that I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow night for the Spiritual Love Circle, which is like loving your life in the now. And you're welcome, love. I think when I found out about Kickstarter, it was through one of my colleagues, and they warned me, but I didn't listen. They warned me, but I did not listen. I got a little too happy on there. But it was all for a good cause and good purpose. And I love being able to support like the art and people who are creating art. So that's like another reason why I love decks so much is because I love art, and I literally have hundreds upon hundreds of little pieces of art at my fingertips. So in this movie, right? So My Little Pony, I loved My Little Pony as a little girl. And so when I get to see it on Netflix and I can watch it with Savvy, that's even more interesting and special. So there were 3 different types of ponies. There were the earth ponies, the Pegasus, they could fly, and the unicorns. And all of them hated each other because of stories that they were told. They were told like the unicorns were mean, the earth ponies stole everybody's magic, and the Pegasus were like evil or something, I don't know. But it's like all of these labels and stories had been passed down and passed down and passed down and passed down to where these 3 different groups of ponies were all afraid of each other and all like ready to like fight each other on sight, right? And as I'm watching this story, and I'm just thinking, and this is one reason why I like watching children's movies, because they always have some sort of like underlying, some underlying message. And it's so powerful. And I'm like, man, if we could just make every adult sit down and watch this movie, maybe, just maybe, they could glean a little something from it. So there was this one pony, I forget her name, but her and her dad kept the energy that, you know, all ponies are supposed to be friends. All ponies are supposed to get along, bringing unity back to the pony world, right? Because they each sector of ponies, they lost their magic. And the reason they lost their magic is because they broke apart and they each went off into their own little corner of the world. So this little pony, a unicorn pony, wanders into Earth Pony World. I can't think of the name, so please forgive me, but trust me, this is a necessary message. And every pony is scared of the unicorn, and the unicorn doesn't know why. She's like, hey, hi, I want to be your friend. Are you my new friend? And everybody's like, oh my God, it's a pony. Like, we got to suit up for war. Like, they're trying to trap the pony, and they're trapping themselves. And it was just a hot mess. Yes. I'm telling you, I want to watch it again. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Savvy's trying to, like, get in here because I'm talking about My Little Ponies. So the other pony whose dad has been telling her, like, you know, back in the day, all the ponies used to get along, it was harmony. She saw her and she knew it wasn't safe, so she was like, oh, I got to get you out of here, like, let's go. So she's helping the pony escape. Somehow they make it to Pegasus land, and the same thing happens. Everybody's afraid because there's a unicorn and an earth pony on the loose. And long story short, 2 earth ponies, 2 Pegasus ponies, and the unicorn, they go off on this journey to collect. Each pony family had a crystal, and I love that they had a crystal. So they got the crystal from the unicorn pony. They finally, you know, told everybody, we're trying to bring magic back so that, you know, we can all be great. Yes, please watch it. I'm telling you. Oh, it just, man, it touched my soul. It did. We might have to watch it tonight. I've got to take Savvy's hair out tonight. So we might sit down and watch that while I take out her braids. And so these ponies, they get together and they are able to obtain the crystals. And eventually there was this one pony who had to step in to be sheriff, because the sheriff had to go off after the earth pony and the unicorn pony. And he turned into a whole tyrant. He had brainwashed all of the earth ponies to, like, right, okay? He brainwashed all of the earth ponies to become these little soldiers, and it was very reminiscent of a particular period in history. When you watch it, you're gonna be like, I know they did not bring, they did, they really talked about how you can become the propaganda, how you can become so indoctrinated to hatred that you're willing to tear down your own neighborhood, your own people, trying to get one thing. And so at the end of the story, they were able to unite all the crystals, and all of the magic came back. The Pegasus ponies could fly, the unicorn ponies, they were doing their thing, the earth ponies were doing their thing, and the little earth pony that started it all, the one that carried that message in her heart that we're all supposed to be together, that we're all supposed to unite, she transformed into a Pegasus unicorn. She was all of the magic. And like I'm getting chills, right? Like I'm telling you, each one of us has a story, a purpose within us. And when we do like our work in our little corner of the world, like that she quantum leapt into this whole new form that she didn't even know that she was, that a being that she didn't know that she embodied, because she kept on believing in what her roots, what her ancestors taught her, her father taught her, what he taught her, even though the whole world was telling her she was crazy, he was crazy, that's not true, you know, everybody else is bad, we're good, we got to stay separate. And it was just so beautiful. Like, it was just so beautiful. And it just goes back to the labels. And in a live stream I did the other day, I talked about like, what labels are you holding on to, and do they serve you? And if we can all just look and think about the labels that we're assigning to ourselves and the labels that we're assigning to others, like, where did they come from? And are they valid? Are they purposeful? Are they hindering, or are they helpful? And that's not to say all labels are bad, because, you know, warning labels stop us from drinking poison. Exactly. And sometimes we need labels. We need labels to create boundaries, to create safety, to create security. Sometimes they can create expansion, but other times they can limit us and say like, okay, well, I'm an earth pony, that's a unicorn pony, so we can't be friends. And it's like, why? Who taught you that? And if you continue holding on to those old beliefs, it just continues to create separation and division, versus like, if we come together, that's even more magic, that's even more power, that's even more healing and more transformation. And it was just, man, I'm telling you, I love that little movie. I'm gonna watch it again, because it spoke to so many different things. And I love the fact that they had to get the crystals. Like, I love that as well. And then there was unicorns and ponies, and it was just all so beautiful. But I mean, just think about if all of, you know, the things that our children were learning, that they were seeing, is about unity and about oneness and about magic and about listening to your elders, to your ancestors. Even though the world outside is telling you that everything you're doing is wrong, everything you're doing is crazy, that don't make sense, but it's what's real. And until they're able to see it, because you did your work, because you continue to believe, you continue to carry the torch and hold the light and pave the way, now you've opened up the lighthouse. And they literally lived in a lighthouse. You literally became the beacon of light. You became the lighthouse for other people who could not see what you saw until you were able to like manifest it in the way that you're supposed to manifest it. And another thing for me, it was like, that's why we each have our sacred work. We might look crazy, we might not do what's popular, we might not, you know, be doing whatever it is that we're supposed to do, and that's fine. Because what was planted within us, our soul, our intuition, our spirit, our ancestors, our guides, we got to do what they're pushing us to do, not what everybody else is telling us. And it might look like you're not winning. You might look silly and crazy. But once you continue to carry out your work, and that light comes on for other people to see, because you already know you got the light. They just can't see it because they're not aligned. And that's what we have to do. We have to continue doing our work to get other people aligned. And when I say our work, that might just mean your family. That might mean you go to your job as a customer service rep and you're nice to people. That might mean that the work that you do as an auto mechanic is to make sure people are safe on the road. And it might mean that the work that you do is to lead people through a sacred journey, through sacred transformation. It doesn't matter. And I think that's another thing. A lot of times the labels, right? Like, oh, this person is not a spiritual worker, so what they do isn't important. if everybody stopped doing whatever they was doing, then I know it's certain things in the world I'm just not gonna do. Like, so I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I think that's why too, like, judging people for working wherever they work or doing whatever it is that they do is kind of stupid. Somebody has to fulfill that role, and there are some people who exist to fulfill those roles. Like, that's what they love to do. They're happy in that position. If you are happy in it, do it. If it's not bringing you joy, find what does bring you joy and serve in that way. And so I just think it just speaks to the power and the importance of our belief systems, and like really listening to that ancestral wisdom. Because when all of this happened, the Earth Pony's dad, he had already passed away. But she kept his notebook where he taught her about how things used to be and how we can go back to this. And it's like we have to continue carrying our work forward. We have to continue bringing people together and bridging gaps in whatever way that we can, because that's where the magic happens. And you have to believe and believe and believe, no matter what. If you, like I said, you might look crazy, it might sound crazy to people that don't understand. Your vision is your vision. And that's one of the things that I had to really learn and embody, is that my vision is my vision, and nobody else is going to understand it. They all might think I'm crazy, I'm stupid, I threw my life away, what is she doing? Well, when you see the light, by the time you see it, it's going to be so bright, you're going to be blind looking at it. Because you want to show your picture? This is, what is this? Can you tell us what this is? Savvy's art project.
Gumball machine.
It's a gumball machine. She made this in school. She's on fall break, so she goes back in a week. And she wanted to show her gumball machine. See? But yeah, that movie is powerful. Please go watch. It's on Netflix. It's My Little Pony. I don't know the exact title of it. I can put it in the description later. Miss Chantel said hi.
Hi.
But that movie, I'm telling you, it's layers upon layers of education and information in that little children's movie. I'm telling you, I'm gonna look and see who created it and see if they have any other movies. Well, My Little Pony was always on that, like, just, it was always a great show. But that movie right there, I could not get it out of my mind, the power and the message that was in that movie. Like, I think adults need to watch it. And instead of watching Real Housewives, y'all need to go watch My Little Pony. Because they were teaching in that movie. And it just goes to show, like, it can be so simple. It can be so simple, but we make it hard. But who said that? Lauryn Hill, right? Yep. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Because we're holding on to these labels that do nothing but divide us. And even within, our own community, it's labels that divide us. Sometimes, like I said, labels are good. You want to know if this is safe to eat. Should I take this? Is this toxic? We need labels sometimes, but a lot of the labels that we are operating under, that we are holding on to, that we are claiming, do not serve us. And it just creates more division and separation. And the funny thing is, if we're all connected, every single thing and being is connected. So it makes me wonder, what's the purpose for all the labels if everything is one in the first place, But yeah, please go watch My Little Pony. I'm telling you, it is soul food. It is medicine. It is that was a powerful movie, for real. Especially if you just watch and, like, you're just paying attention to the undertone. And it touched on some, like, very important themes in a very gentle way. Like, there was a little tyranny, there was, like, propaganda, there was, it shows you just what can happen when fear gets out of control, because you're not willing to listen and you'd rather cling to old beliefs instead of look at, like, what's happening right now. So yeah, That is it, my loves. Oh, join me on Twitter at 9 o'clock. I've got a funny story that I will be telling on the Blurred Dating Twitter chat. And then tomorrow I will be in the Spiritual Love Sanctuary talking about the importance of loving your life in the now and how you can do that. Because again, those labels can keep us stuck. So if right now you're looking at your life and you're labeling yourself as a failure, you're labeling yourself as being stuck in the past or by the past mistakes that you have made, it makes it hard for you to accept where you are now. And when you're able to come to a place of acceptance, that opens you up to where you're able to expand and grow. So I love you. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that I was able to hop on here and share the little wisdom from My Little Pony and share my new Oracle decks with you. Oh, Savvy wants to show you something. Did you want to show something? Because I'm going to turn it off soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love you. I love you. I love you. And okay, here she comes. She wants to show you her baby and the little pet. Oh, let me see. Oh, they got glitter here. I didn't know that. That's cute. All right. Bye.
Bye, bye.